purgatory is this? Those days after Christmas, between New Year's Eve, everyone's work schedule has changed, kids are out of school, you're waking up every morning in a state of confusion, hungover from the 150,000 calories your body has processed over the last week, and I'm assuming you probably have zero motivation to take down the holiday decorations. But that's okay, because it's still the holiday season until that ball drops. So embrace the lazy. The rest of your year rarely gives you these opportunities. So seeing as everyone is still in the spirit, Ozark and I decided to give you something that has been requested for a long time. The 2015 holiday horror comedy, Krampus. This flick feels like a fun time in America, but let's not forget, Krampus is a real legend spoke about in Austria and Germany to keep the kids from being naughty. The logistics of Santa was hard enough to wrap my brain around as a kid, but to have a Christmas demon? Holy shit. I'm not sure if my festive spirit would be what it is today if I grew up under these conditions. We just couldn't go another holiday season without talking about this one. So, without any further introduction, here is our take on Krampus. Well, boom there, little fella. Welcome back to the Sloppy Horror Podcast, the #1 show for teaching you about pioneering and trapping. No, it's not. I wish that was our kind of show. I wish it was. I'm just kidding, guys. Welcome back to the show. We've missed you. We really have. And if you forgot, I am your host and your scary movie companion, Christian Ramey. And back again for another week, clapping them ass cheeks, the best producer in the whole wide world. Now, I haven't traveled the whole wide world, but I've traveled a little bit, all right? And I've talked to some producers, and I've found the best one. And he's sitting across from me, and his name is Ozark Mark. That's what his mom named him. That's what he's been going by since day one in life. And he is here not only to produce this wonderful episode, but to talk to you, okay? Christmas may have passed, but let's be honest. It's Christmas until the decorations are down, all right? It is, all right?
Oh, it's the holiday season. The holiday season. It's the only part.
Holidays.
Happy holidays.
It's the echo that everybody knows. Like when you hear that, happy holidays, happy holidays.
Fucking, it's, yeah. Yep, but we got through Christmas, and in honor of that, why wouldn't we? How haven't we not done a nice little power hour of hardcore podcast and entertainment right up in your asshole talking about a Christmas movie? Horror movie, of course. It's Krampus.
Let me cram this Krampus up your ass.
Talking about Krampus.
I like the way you say it.
Thank you.
I that's the way that my brain wants to say it now.
Yep.
I'm going to cram this Krampus up your ass, Now, here's the funny little part. Well, real quick, I wanted to tell you. I mean, we were just singing Christmas tunes. One of the coolest facts of all, or one of the weirdest ones, some of the biggest artists that you've ever known, musical artists, their #1 songs are their Christmas songs. It's crazy, dude.
It's definitely a cop-out. I mean, if I was a famous musician, I would definitely do Christmas songs.
Oh, dude. I mean, and I swear to you, bro, if you look at their numbers, it's like you have, the Eagles' best-selling album, which is, the best-selling album of all time, and then you have, their Christmas. Bells will be ringing.
Because, dude, they play it nonstop for 2 months straight.
Yeah, dude.
Every department store, every radio station, everything plays that. So
you know
why
the
would you
#1
not?
song of all time?
It's a Christmas song.
Mm-hmm. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Some Bing Crosby, baby.
Mm-hmm.
#1 song. And that's just kind of nuts to me, but I digress. We're not,
People love holidays, I guess.
They do. I guess I'm guilty, but in my own way. I'm not with the fake happiness and the craziness of the holiday, but I do I like the holiday for kids. I don't really, for the adults it sucks, let's be honest. It kind of sucks. You get the pleasure of gifting other people, but you're not 8 again opening up a Nintendo 64. That's not happening. You'll never get that feeling again. It'll never come back. Maybe as old people seeing your grandkids or whatever, but it is a good feeling for kids or just seeing kids pumped. Have you ever seen kids the day of Christmas, they're all outside and they're brand new outfits with the football. You're like, kids. What it was like I remember that. Good for you, kids. Merry Christmas, kids. Like that is fun. I like that part of it. I like seeing how amped up even the badass little kids, little asshole kids. They all need presents, man. They all need something. But there are kids that are a bit different. Maybe they don't want Christmas Vacation. Maybe they don't want Die Hard. Maybe they need something that's a little spicier.
Like Krampus?
Yeah. Look, here's what they need. All right? An evil Christmas monster. Well, I'm not really going to fill them shoes for this episode because it's 2015. And that's
you don't remember 2015.
Yeah, it's not that long ago.
No.
I feel like we got to be like 20 years plus, or like at least 15.
8 years ago. Yes, 8 years ago this was.
You got an 8-year-old? It was then.
Yeah, it was when you were porking and your wife was blown up, bitching about eating weird shit like pickles and ice.
Yep, that is what they want.
Yeah.
I was really neurotic. Like I tried to wrap mine in bubble wrap. I'm like freaking out. You know how I am. Where is she, bro? Like I was not well. Did I? You know how I get.
Yeah, I know.
But like it's when people like if I'm in danger, I'm probably like like that meme where like everything's fine. I'm okay. I can brave it. But if people I love are at all and any kind of, peril, I freak out a little bit, That's just how I am. But I've only seen this movie, Krampus, like 3 times.
Krampus. Is it called Krampus?
Yeah.
Well, I'm calling it Krampus because it's a lot funner to say.
Yeah, it's Krampus.
Krampus.
Krampus. You're saying Krampus, it's Krampus.
Whatever.
Yeah. But I like the way you say it. I'm sure some people say it Krampus. I'm sure you're not the only one.
Is there an A in it or no?
Yeah.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
Then it's Krampus.
The lady in the movie says Krampus.
Who gives it? She doesn't even speak English at the time. She doesn't know what she's saying.
But it's like a legend. It's not just from this movie. It's like an actual legend. It's like you know what I mean? Like a Wendigo or whatever the fuck, one of those antler witch people.
No.
The Wendigos. You know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
The Wendigo, the thing from it was in Pet Sematary. They got like the deer head and they like walk around all crazy, but it's a deer head with a person body.
Oh. No.
Yeah,
I'm sure I've seen something like that.
Mm-hmm. It's one of those mythical creatures, Krampus is. But we'll say Krampus because it's fun.
Krampus.
I like to say Krampus.
Yeah.
And
everybody else is too.
This is a fun little flick, and I guess I can give you a synopsis. Before I do that, I will remind you, if you're watching on YouTube, to subscribe. It's completely for free to do, and it helps us out. Those audio listeners, if you take 2 seconds to give us a 5-star rating, I'll come to your house. I'll cook you dinner, naked. Maybe not that far, but we'll work something out. I'll meet you at a McDonald's, hook you up with a 4-piece nuggie. I don't know. There's lots of things we could do. I appreciate the love, and we need your guys' love. Now let's get in to the Krampus.
Krampus.
I'm cramming this Krampus up you. All right, okay. Here's how goes it.
My Krampus hurts from last night.
There's a little boy, and his name's Max. All right? And think of a Home Alone situation.
Maximilian.
Max is in a family, almost like a Home Alone situation, big family, and everybody's just kind of a dick, not really in the holiday spirit. His dad's cool, his mom's cool, but like he just still feels alienated. And he believes in Santa still, and he wants Santa to come. And he gets mad at his family and his other little cousins for making fun of him for writing a letter, and he ends up tearing this little letter up, throwing it out the window. Well, he done fucked up when he did that because that brought in Krampus. Krampus is a Christmas legend, here to fuck you up. He's here to mess you up, dog. For the people who aren't holly and jolly enough, he'll come and rip your limbs off, dude. He'll come and put his fucking Christmas candy cane up your little butthole. That's what he's come to do. And he's got a band of elves, a band of little homies to come with him. He's got evil cookies, gingerbread cookies, to come mess you up. That's where I'm gonna have a lot of fun talking about those gingerbread cookies because those are hilarious. All right, that just makes me laugh. But I don't necessarily want to spoil the story, but we'll just say the family has to deal with Krampus for these sins, and we'll get into the ending. How about that? We'll get into the ending. If you don't want to know the ending,
pause it.
Yeah,
go watch it. Come back later.
Yes,
but this is also an 8-year-old movie. So
that's true.
Deal with it.
But, you know, we'll get into that. Now, I want to ask you a question, Mark. Was this your first time watching this?
Yes, it was.
Give me some initial impressions. Did you like the film? Did you laugh at the film? Because this definitely falls in a horror comedy.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I thought this movie was hilarious. I thought it was refreshing because it's got like some 80s slasher style feelings in it. I like how they did the family. A lot of people can relate to that type of family around Christmas time. Absolutely. Yes. Okay. How much of a pain in the ass it is, I'm sure it is. So that's hilarious.
Yep.
And then the characters are funny. I love the gingerbread man and all his little minions. It's just a ridiculous story. It's all ridiculousness in it.
Yeah.
It's just all ridiculous. Every single part of it's just ridiculous, which is fun because every new movies these days, it seems like, that I'm familiar with, they're all trying to be serious and everything. But
they are, and they're almost, like, I don't want to say all predictable, but you kind of feel the next move.
Right.
This is something kind of wild and wacky where you just don't know what you're...
Yeah, I'm sitting here watching it. I'm like, who in the fuck... Like, if you pitch this movie to somebody to get funding for it, who's like, yeah, I'm going to go with that?
There were definitely some joints smoked in the writer's room.
Had to be.
There was something going on.
And the fact that they got this many actors, like well-known actors, in this ridiculous movie is impressive.
I agree with you, dude. I agree with you. It makes it funny. It makes it funny that it warms my heart is what it does, is you get actors who step into horror, and sometimes it's when they're younger and they don't really know any better. They're just trying to get roles, but not always. Sometimes people are like, yeah, I'll make a goofy-ass scary movie, and it's like, you know what? You're a dog. Like, I like you a lot. Don't get me wrong, it's really cool when you do really serious movies. I love you, Leonardo DiCaprio, but if Leonardo DiCaprio just came out and did a slasher where he was like the first victim, tell me how hilarious and awesome that would be. Because he would be great, especially if he was like screaming and over the top. That would be so funny.
And he was just some ridiculous character that you hated.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, there is a lot of big actors in here, though. Adam Scott, he's in it. David Koechner, I don't know how you say his name. I think it's Koechner, the dude from Anchorman.
Yeah, I was happy to see him. He's always funny, and he plays a perfect character in that.
I thought.
And you got that one lady from the mom who's big into horror these days. She's a big horror name, at least recently. I know she was in Hereditary and other things like that.
Oh, Toni Collette, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And then the aunt was funny too. She was in what was that, Mr. Deeds?
Yeah,
that lady,
Mr.
Conchata
Deeds.
Ferrell.
I think she's the maid in like 2.5 Men or something, isn't she?
Yeah, she was a funny ass character in this movie.
Yeah,
I definitely enjoyed that. She said, "I know when life's coming at you with its pants down." It's like, yeah, sometimes that happens, dude. I like somebody that like can accept their fate in a way like that, like not giving up, but just like, look, chill out.
Yeah.
Chill out. You're not that important.
Being from Cincinnati, I'm glad that they made the annoying relatives from Pittsburgh. That was kind of funny.
It was.
That's kind of funny.
It was.
If you're from Cincinnati, you'll understand that. If not, just go past that. I just had to get that out there.
Yeah, we had to get it out there. We did. I know exactly what you meant, because when they came in, they said, "Oh, they're bummed that the Steelers lost." And even though I don't know what game they're talking about, I'm like, I'm not.
Nope.
I'm not.
Nope.
Yeah, the kids were a funny little dash in there too, because they were like real kids. They were fighting.
Yep.
Kids fight. That's what they're good at, dude. Did you and your brother fight a lot growing up?
No.
Really?
No.
Did you beat his ass? I feel like you did. I feel like you were the younger.
I really fought.
You guys were just friends all the time?
We became a team, honestly.
Oh, okay.
It's like don't tell mom and dad this. We didn't.
Oh, that's cool.
So we became little co-team.
You guys never threw down?
No.
All right. That's respectable. You got a good brotherhood bond. Maybe you should start it now. Just when you see him, just tee off on him. Just like, you never got this when you were little.
You son of a bitch.
They'd be like, "What'd I do? Nothing.
No.
We're just brothers. I love you. Brothers fight, man. I'll see you later." and he would just have to deal with that. Now, that would be an open invitation. He's going to try to get you next time, but that's kind of what Christmas and getting together for the holidays can be like.
Yeah.
Did he buy you something really nice? Did he buy you a beach house?
No.
Well, that's bullshit, dude. That's bullshit.
No.
I didn't get you one either, though.
We're
I'm sorry.
poor. We're poor over here.
We are poor people.
That's why we're doing a fantastic show in a sloppy pod.
Yep, it is a sloppy pod, that's for sure. There was a homeless man in here earlier. We had to kick him out.
Oh, no.
Not a big deal.
Just got to spray him with water like a cat. Get him out of here. Mm-hmm. What was your favorite part of this movie, Christian Ramey? Come on, tell me about it.
There are quite a few favorite parts. I really do like the elves coming out. I do like when I guess you would say Uncle Howard, when he decided to go outside to get his son Howie, and Krampus is running around and just doing all kind of shit. It was just a really cool scene outside, like as far as scenery wise and creepy, and the soundtrack to it. They did some great sounds in this. The soundboard was amazing, and the laughs. Some of those laughs were from Gremlins too, like the little crazy gremlin. I know it was. I know that laugh, and it's just the laugh that's been used, but I know it. But I really like that. But honestly, the gingerbread scene, taking him up the chimney, that was just so much fun to me. It made me laugh so hard because the kid just starts eating it. Then the fucker comes alive and he's like, freaks out and gets him. That was fun.
That's then the point where it started to get ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
That's when the ridiculousness really started.
What about you, dog? What was the favorite part?
Probably when the uncle was in the kitchen and he had to fight the gingerbread man. And they were fucking him up with like a nail gun and stuff.
Yeah.
That's just all funny.
They
start lighting him on fire. They go crazy. Dog comes in and saves him.
What did he say? He's like, I just got in a fight with a bunch of Christmas cookies. Another part that I enjoyed about this is everything was done tongue-in-cheek. There's a lot of fun, a lot of humor, but it looks well done. Like the scary parts, the suspense, just as a movie in general. It's very easy to digest. This is like a little candy dish next to you, where you just can eat the whole thing without thinking about it. It's just an easy to consume.
Yeah, the scenery and the snowstorm, that's hard to make.
Yeah, and let's give it for what it is. It's PG-13, but still, that kind of makes it fun because it's not something that it's like, oh, this is like a Black Christmas or something that's like, not everybody, you're going to be able to throw this on for Christmas. Now, I don't know about little ones, this is a Christmas watch, but I think, well, I don't mean to steal your segment here, but I feel like 8, 9 years old or older could deal with this movie and like it,
Yeah, probably.
I feel like if they're out of the believer stage of Santa.
Yeah.
If they're out of that, they're probably good to watch this movie because, like, it's not going to ruin any Santa thing because it doesn't say Santa isn't real, but it's just kind of a kid, believing.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
I love the fucking premise, though, too. It's like, hey, be thankful for what you got. Our Krampus is going to come and fuck you up, dude. He's going to mess you up.
Yeah.
You better enjoy your time.
That was interesting little animation they did when the grandma tells her story about Krampus.
Yeah, that was really cool.
It just switched into some animation weird thing. I was like, oh.
That was really well done. Whoever the artist was, that was incredible.
Yeah, it was sweet animation with that.
I thought Krampus himself looked cool at the end, dude. Like, he looked like a skeleton, like almost like a Pirates of the Caribbean Santa.
Yeah, he looked like a crazy Santa. He looked crazy, though. I liked him.
Yeah, he was awesome.
The best part is I love the ending parts, too, when you think he's like, the kid's like yelling at, like, take it all back, like, bring my family back. And he just opens up a portal to, like, wherever the fuck he goes. And then you think, like, Krampus is going to have a change of heart or whatever and give this kid his family back. He's like, nope. And they laugh at him and just drop him in there.
Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah, that is funny how they were laughing at him. And then at the end, they wake up all in their bed, but it's like in a snow globe. So there's some ambiguity. You're like, are they in a different world now under, Krampus control?
Yeah, they are.
And
they're stuck there forever.
Yep.
That sucks.
Yeah, what are they going to do? But it seems like they got a good life.
I don't know. Just have Christmas every morning. I don't know.
That's pretty sick, dude.
Yeah, but it's the same thing all over again.
You're not working.
That's true.
You're not working.
That's true.
And you're getting presents. They're just different presents each time.
Yep.
You're like, this is awesome. Like, you have the same amount of money in your bank every morning. You're just like, yes. Like, you could just spend whatever on Christmas gifts and just wake up and just like, yes.
I'd buy a bunch of drugs.
Oh, I mean, same. That's a gimme.
And drugs and hookers, and then do it all again.
That
would be my Wednesdays, drugs and hookers.
That'd be a gimme.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Friday, I would bet on sports because it's going to be the same game, so I'm going to know exactly what happens, and I'm going to get more drugs and hookers.
See, somebody with the wrong set of eyes could look at that badly, but the way I see it, you're telling me that hookers don't have families? They don't have little kids? Of course they do. Why are they hooking? You're trying to help out her kids on Christmas.
Exactly.
That's super sweet of you.
I'd get them a fat tip, too.
That's super sweet of you, dude. Super sweet of you.
I'm just,
And then what about all the bookies out there? There's a lot of sports where they're not supposed to make money around Christmas and stuff for all these bookies. No, they need money, dude. They've got kids. They've got stuff to do. What are they supposed to just make money all year long and then the week of Christmas you just don't give them anything? That's not fair.
No.
That's not fair. You're being kind. And other people are just looking at it wrong.
Well, I'm glad you saw it, because that's exactly what I was going for.
Yeah, dude.
Thankfully, you're here to interpret that.
People, they just don't get the Christmas spirit at all. So, yeah, pay your strippers. There's a stripper riding into work like, y'all are, thank you guys.
Thank y'all.
You guys are the best.
Yeah.
We get a free dance. Yeah. Now we're getting perks now. Little Christmas bonus perks.
That's what I'm talking about.
Even though there is a New Year's Evil movie, we could cover that for the holiday. But man, I'm really dead set on the movie that we're going to cover and that we've watched next week. But I am a big fan of watching movies that are on par with the season. I do want to watch The Burning in July. I want to watch Jaws in the summertime. That just for 4th of July. That feels right, dude. That just feels right. Not saying I couldn't watch it right now, but rather watch Krampus, rather watch Die Hard, rather watch things that kind of fit in the season. And maybe that makes me corny, but that's just the kind of the way I am.
I think a lot of people do that, sir.
Yeah, that's the way I feel. And I don't want it to only be limited to December. You guys got to stretch it out. You need a good February movie. You need a good June movie. All right. You ever watch Saving Private Ryan on D-Day? That's the way to do it. June 6th, baby.
Yeah.
So
it's a good way to do it.
It is. Now, how would you fight Krampus? What would you do?
It's the same way what they did with ammo and guns. That's it. And try to get away.
I think you'd have to go outside and start Christmas caroling, dude. You'd have to get down with the Christmas.
No. Nope. Shoot them and get away. Try and get away. Shoot them. Try and get away. They almost did get away, but kid could not drive a stick, which is so accurate these days.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. They don't, especially their generation, because they they never had, we at least had the, some manual vehicles to mess around with in our day, but they just didn't.
Right.
None at all. That is weird to think about. Driving is just different. The way their cars are. You were lucky if you had one airbag in your first car. Now there's 78 airbags in your car. Thing will fucking notify space and Jesus if you get into an accident.
Dude, there's fucking coffee makers in cars now. It's ridiculous.
Oh, it's crazy. Even base level cars, just the radio and the speakers. We had to buy speakers.
I would market if I was a marketer for cars, I would market cars towards women because they're most likely to get them. It'd be the visor. I would get a makeup mirror. It'd just be a regular mirror with LEDs on it or whatever, but I'd say it's a makeup mirror. Mm-hmm. I mean, broads would do that.
Oh, yeah.
Everything is heated in it.
Yep.
Everything.
Oh, that's how my wife's car is. Steering wheel's heated.
Dude, I used to have that. It's awesome.
It is.
It is awesome.
It is.
But my favorite thing, I had heated and I had cooling seats.
Yeah, it's got cooling too.
Cooling seats are amazing. Mm-hmm. It's so amazing. I did the cooling seats in winter. I didn't care. It was so good.
I need the heated seats, but my back hurts. It helps my back. My back hurts.
Yeah. Nah, dude, you get heated seats, it feels like you pooped your pants.
Especially if no one told you.
Right.
And you're like, oh, yeah, turn on your heat warmer. You're like, I was wondering because,
Why is my butt hot?
I was getting curious.
I mean, I farted, but I didn't think anything came out. Apparently, something did.
There has been a 10-degree temperature increase in my pants. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, but for real, yeah, it's a nice little added little extra. Even in the Santa Claus with Tim Allen, he had a coffee maker in the sleigh. I bet you Krampus has got all kind of stuff in his hookup.
He had a pretty cool sleigh.
He did, dude.
With some, I don't know what was his, not reindeer, it was something else. Like, what do you have, like buffaloes or something? I don't know what he had.
Yeah, they were scary too. And his little elves were scary. Like it's not just him. It's like a whole band of Christmas gang. Like that's what's fun to me. Like he's cool, but I like that he comes with like a whole posse. Like, yep, like, hey, we're gonna come ruin your Christmas.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
If you could be Krampus, sorry. If you could be Krampus or Santa Claus, who would you be?
Gonna be Santa. Gonna deliver the cheer and the good, and I'm eating all the goodies. And I'm gonna look at people's houses and judge them.
Okay. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work you're doing right there.
Every chimney I go down, I'm gonna look.
You gotta go to every single house in the world.
Yeah.
In one night.
But I'd be magical. So, but yeah, and I'd be judging their house. I'd go down the chimney and be like, live, laugh, love. Are you fucking kidding me? Come on. Take one present back. I would do that kind of stuff. It'd be too... honestly, I don't know if I could be either because it'd be too cold. I'm not flying through the winter sky. At all. Like, at all. Like,
Sure, you're magical. It doesn't matter.
Okay, if I was heated, all right, because I don't know if I can handle that as is. I'm not going to make it. Like, even on the ground level, I don't know. But they're just... I just, my whole body would just... I'd do 3 houses, and I'd be like, I'm sorry, kids. Meet me here.
Christmas is ruined.
Meet me here. I'll give them all to you. I'll mail them to you.
It's in the mail.
Dude, that'd be so expensive. That'd be the most expensive thing ever.
Oh, my God. Yeah, it would.
Yeah, I honestly, altogether though, I don't know who did the costumes or like who made these monsters and critters and creatures, and I don't even know what you want to call the Christmas Cenobites. I don't know what you want to call them, but they crushed it. They did such a good job. And honestly, watching this again, I may for real throw this on next holiday season. It's just it really hits the holidays because it feels like. What's fun about it is it kind of plays like it's going to be like a normal, like Hallmark kind of Christmassy movie that everyone doesn't like. Or some people do. But generally the people that listen to this show probably wouldn't. And then it just turns it to like, fuck you. I enjoy those. I do love those. The old switcheroo, you know? The old switcheroo, you know? You get her home and find out she has a dick. You know what I'm talking about? You don't know what's happening.
Exactly. Is if you started this movie and your girl or Christmas-loving companion hears the beginning of this movie, they're like, what are you watching?
Oh, yeah, dude. You could put this on a family Christmas and you get it away.
They'll probably think it's some funny hijink Christmas movie or something, comedy yeah. Or some stupid shit, but no.
Is he going to fall in love with her?
I know. That.
Yeah, keep watching.
Probably. So is she with some rich asshole guy, and then she comes back to her hometown and falls in love with the guy that she used to love?
Girl, it's crazier. Keep watching. Do you remember?
Is he distant from his family, and then he finally goes home to his family and realizes his family's more worth than everything he ever done? Is that what's gonna happen?
That's kind of how those Christmas movies go.
Jeez.
Yep, she falls in love with the hometown guy who stayed here.
Yep.
Well, I couldn't really start my carpentry business as well because Grandma's been so sick, so I've just been staying aside and working for people. Right? Like
exactly what it is.
At the end of the movie, she's just just throwing her face at it, dude.
Yep.
And he's like, "Yeah, gotcha." You're gonna be in the small town forever.
Yep.
You didn't know I was an abusive drunk.
She's been doing jaw exercises the entire time.
You didn't know I was an abusive drunk until it's too late. The holidays are over, and I hate it when it's not the holidays. All right, maybe that's how those movies feel better when I do that. When I do those kind of endings, it makes me feel better. Although, man, I'm not gonna lie, that's why I don't watch shit like that. Cause I've been I've got caught in something like that where they just put on a regular movie and it's just, I'm serious. They look at you and you're just like, Grandpa and Sparky died. It was a car accident. They both died. And you're like, turn this shit off.
This shit sucks.
I turn this off. I don't want to see this.
This sucks.
I can't watch this.
Give me some people getting mauled.
Yeah, dude. Not like actually dying by like fucking natural causes.
Give me some people getting chased by something under the snow and just disappearing.
Yeah, dude. I want to see a tree tie a woman up and a tree molests a girl. Like not a person, a tree. You ever seen Evil Dead? I want to see these fuckers come to life. The whole woods. That's what I want. Okay. I don't want to see real. I don't want to see an actual brutality attack. But if you replace it with something funny, I do. I do. All right? I don't want to watch a real tornado attack somebody, but you fill that tornado full of sharks? Yes. Yes, sir. I would love to watch that. I would love to watch that. I just like certain tastes.
Absolutely. Well, let's get into a tasty segment here and get educated about Krampus learn more things about this movie.
Yes.
Hello there, welcome to the What Do You Know here. This is the segment here where we're here to tell you this holiday season about some things that you may or may not know about this movie. Now, if this is your first time here, you may know what we know, you may not know what we know, but if you know what we know, you're gonna have a we know-gasm. If you don't know what we know, we're about to find out what we know, and then you're gonna have a we know-gasm too. That's how it goes. That's exactly how it goes here. So I'm gonna tell you something I know about this movie.
Do it, please.
Right now.
I want to know.
In this moment in time, I'm going to splurge you with some facts. And I'm obviously trying to put some time here because I'm trying to remember the fact. Okay, I got it now. So, in this movie, all right, it's cold. It's wintertime. It's a big snowstorm. It's very, very Antarctic-like out in the environment you're in. So, when it's very cold, what happens? You see your breath. Okay? Now, in movie making, you can't have it that cold all the time. People are gonna hate themselves. You can't do that. Obviously.
Too cold.
This is obviously on a set, too, so you can't do it either. So, but you notice that everybody was talking with the breath, right? The breath was coming out. You want to know how they did that? It was all done digitally in post-production.
Whoa.
Which is fine. But they took it a step further. You want to know why it was so accurate and you didn't notice it?
How?
Why it looked so good? What they did was they made somebody go into a freezer.
Ooh.
And they recorded the people saying the dialogue, the lines in the movie that the actors say in the movie, right? So they took that, recorded that videoly, right? And then they took that breath and digitally put it on the mouths of the people in the movie, and that's how you got your breath there.
Looked pretty seamless.
I didn't notice. Pretty good. That's because that's exactly what it was. They just copied and pasted from one place to another.
Look good. I like that.
Yes.
That's very good stuff. Now, I got a good little fact about our little fucking gingerbread men.
I'm sure you do.
You know these gingerbread men, they were voiced by two people that the people may know. Two people that are very funny.
Okay.
Seth Green and Justin Roiland. The guy, the Rick and Morty guy. The guy does voices for that. And then Seth Green, everybody knows him.
That's hilarious. If one of those gingerbread laughed like Seth Green, I would have lost my shit.
I would have too.
I can't even do it.
That's Seth Rogen.
What'd I say?
Seth Green.
Seth Green. Yeah, that's the guy who does Robot Chicken.
Yeah, that guy.
Never mind.
Yeah, that guy.
Sometimes, I don't understand what you're saying, but I got it now.
It gets all mixed up.
They should have put Seth Rogen. That would have been funnier.
That would have been a funny gingerbread man.
That would have been.
I like that movie they did with the food. I forget what that was called. But
what?
The movie that Seth Rogen did, the animated one with the food.
Oh yeah, that was Sausage Party.
Yeah, that was pretty funny actually. That made me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
That made me laugh.
Yeah, just be prepared for the end of that movie because you're gonna see a food orgy that you've never seen before.
Yeah, they
it's
get
kind
it
of
on.
Intense.
They get it on.
It gets really crazy.
They get weird.
Yeah, but that was a funny movie. You know, that was good. Just like this movie. This was a great movie too. Do you know any more facts about this movie though?
I think that's all.
I think that's all really you need.
That's good stuff. 1, 2, buckle my shoe.
There we go, and then we out of here.
Hey, Mark.
Yes?
How come in movies Christmas trees always catch on fire? You notice that? I've seen it in quite a few movies where Christmas trees catch on fire, and this one also caught on fire. What's that all about, dude? Where's that come from? Is it the lights?
That's a very common safety issue with people when they get real trees. If you want to be a jackass and go get a real tree, which is a pain in the ass. I used to deal with somebody who wanted to get a real tree every year, and that's a pain in the ass because one, you gotta go buy the fucking thing. Two, you have a real tree, there's bugs on that shit, and then the pine needles, they fall everywhere. I don't know if you know this, but if you get a real tree, there's gonna be pine needles all over your damn fucking living room, which is a pain in the ass. But also, a big mistake that people make is when you have a real tree, you have to water the tree. You have to sit it in water. Because if you don't, then the tree's gonna dry up, and it's a pine tree, mostly. So you're not gonna tell when it's dead, in that short of time. So they easily catch on fire. So that's why.
Okay, it's a good answer.
It's a very common thing. You know, it's a very realistic thing that's gonna happen if you get a real tree, like a jackass.
Keep an extinguisher in your house.
Yes, but my favorite part of Christmas is when there was a real tree in my house. My favorite part of the year was throwing that goddamn thing away.
Yeah?
It was fun. Oh, it was a fun time for me.
When we get the real ones, I just drag them back out to the woods.
Yeah, it wants to be with its family.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I did. I threw it over the fence. Said
Yeah,
goodbye. I made a little home for some critter.
Yeah, it's where it wants to be. Earth will take it back.
Yeah, it'll decompose.
Oh, yeah.
Or something, right?
Yeah, it'll take some time.
Yeah.
I don't know what trees do in the woods. It's not my job. That's where they go.
It's like not where my monsters here. It's not like it's a plastic bottle.
No.
Okay.
It's a tree.
Exactly.
That's where it's from.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know what it does when it's out there, but it's where it goes. It's not my business.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to be watching them. I don't know if they make sounds or not when they fall, but I just know they're there.
Yeah, but it's always fun to see a Christmas tree get lit on fire.
Yeah, it is. There's like a satisfaction to that.
It is.
Like if you saw like the Rockefeller tree in New York City, just like.
It's fun seeing it go up.
Oh, that would be intense.
I don't know if it's because I'm a little pyro or something, but it's fun seeing things go up in flames.
Yeah. Yep. Especially things that like aren't like obviously hurting people or like people aren't in. But if it's like an inanimate object, just like something so random, like, hey, we're gonna catch this fucking 30-foot pinata on fire.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna stack 50 skids on top of each other and soak them in diesel fuel.
Okay. And then we're gonna shoot a bottle rocket at it and make it blow up. All right.
Okay. Can I watch?
Yeah. Can I light it? Can I shoot at it?
Yeah.
Let's everybody get a bottle rocket. Let's play Gladiator until someone hits it.
Yeah, dude. Now that would be fun.
I would just throw shit at it till it blowed up. That's a fun game. I need to be a redneck and get some property.
Oh yeah.
That would be fun.
Like Joe Dirt, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking shot up the atom bomb. Now you give me them names, or I'm gonna hit the top of this bomb, and everybody goes boom.
You have names. And it goes bang.
I got the poo on me. Dude, that is still a fun watch after all these years.
Yes, it is. It's always a classic.
Classic movies for classic fellas like you and I. All right.
What was your favorite minion out of the toys? So you got the gingerbread, you got a Jack-in-the-Box, you got some like.
I like the clown thing.
Yeah, the Jack-in-the-Box thing.
Mm-hmm.
What was his scream? His scream was pretty eerie, but that's from something.
I know, dude.
It's from something. I don't know what it is, but I've recognized that.
I felt the same way with all of the creepy tracks. I felt the laughs came from Gremlins 2, which I feel like that has to be like a track that like is used often because you know.
Well, it's probably a lot of Hollywood stuff has stock.
Well, this is Universal. They're both Universal.
Well, then Universal owns that shit, so they can use it whenever they want.
You know, but you remember in the second Gremlins where she brought home what she thought was Gizmo, but it wasn't Gizmo, and he was like the wow, and his eyes were spinning and stuff. That laugh has been used in many movies. But yeah, probably the little Jack in the Box dude. I'm a sucker for clowns. What would you say?
Probably that.
Yeah, I thought like I said before, like the masks and the way everybody looked was creepy, but like also kind of cool, like badass, like metal cover gnarly. Like you're like, oh hell yeah.
Yeah, the elves were just hilarious.
Yeah, dude.
All running together in a little mob.
Laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that scene, like I said, when Howard goes out to try to find his son, like they put it on, dude. They were running back and forth. I like how Krampus was all hunched over. He looks sweet.
Yeah.
And, you know.
So the snowmen, were those just.
I felt like those were the kids.
I think those were like representations of who's gotten taken care of, right?
I think so too. And then also, you know, I feel like we haven't mentioned, but like Krampus is like a really big legend in Germany and Austria. Like that's still like a thing. They do festivals, and it's like Saint Nick, but he's for the bad kids. And he comes and fucks up the bad kids.
Okay, well, explain this to me because I don't know this legend. Do you know enough about it to explain it?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that.
So essentially, the tale goes that it's the night, like they have like the night where he comes on the 4th, and he like comes for the bad kids if you've been naughty all year. So like keeps kids to be good. Like there's repercussions to being bad in Germany and Austria. Motherfucking monster will eat your tippy toes off while you're sleeping. You know.
Okay, I like that. I like
so
that.
They have parades and stuff where he comes out and tries to scare the kids. They do.
So this guy, the legend is this creature is gonna come and get the bad kids. We're gonna throw him a parade. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
And then all year long, you could tell your kid, you know, I'm gonna send you to Krampus. He's gonna come get you.
Yeah, that'll be fun, especially if they believe it, so they'll be all freaked out.
Oh, of course they will.
That's fun. It's always fun in scaring children.
Yeah. I hate to say yes, but it is. It is funny. I like scaring anybody, you know, not to like a severe level, but like pop out from the corner. Yeah, that's fun. That's fun. I'm sorry, fun. I don't mean to. You know, you can get me. I'll tell you. I'll be the first one. Like you fucking got me, motherfucker. You know, I'll be the guy to tell you. But
doesn't happen too often, but every once in a while, someone will get me too.
Yep. My kids are.
And it's hard too, because as many as horror movies we've seen, we know like around the corner something might pop out. Doesn't matter. Any corner I go around, I'm prepared for something to pop out. If I'm not expecting it, it'll get me.
I think working in manual labor helps too. Any kind of construction, you've worked around things that are just like way too loud for your ears, where it's like you're used to loud, abrupt noises, and eventually you just kind of like lose that like fright or flight. I think some do, you know, when you deal with loud noises a lot, or just like
loud noises all the time. Breaking concrete cylinders, for example, like these things bust at
whenever
up to 90,000 pounds. It's like a game of Pop Goes the Weasel 30-40 times a day. So those things are just banging left and right.
Yeah, and you don't know exactly when they're going to pop.
No, but I don't flinch anymore. But it's funny, random people come in and one will bust and go, oh, shit. Like, so that's fun. That's fun.
You're used to it by now.
Absolutely. If a loud bang happened right now, you'd probably go like that, and I'd be like, what was that?
From working in that, and then also haunted houses, because eventually, like, let's just say you and I worked in a haunted house. Like, you're not afraid in the haunted house if you fucking work there. You've been there with all the lights on. You help set the fucker up. You know where everything is. Like, you're not afraid. You're working. But every once in a while, your coworker will fucking, because it's a dark place, and you're like, you little mother. You know, they'll try to get you, and you stay on your toes because then you do, like, you're not afraid of monsters, or like you're actually fearful of your life, but you'll be walking back to the bathroom or going to your room and you'll be like, Mark better not be around one of these corners about to come get me. And then you start thinking like that. So everywhere you walk, you're like, you in here? You better not. So I think from working those, it definitely has built a little bit of a callus to my fright or flight. But yeah, I've had some good coworkers throughout the years who have got me. They just get you.
They got you. Well, let me ask you this. You got me in figuring out rating this son of a bitch on the world famous one of a kind Sloppy Horror Podcast rating?
I think so.
Hold on to your pants because we're going through the portal. Sloppy Horror rating, baby, yeah! Yes. It is time. The moment that you probably have or have not been waiting for. I don't know, but this is the world famous one of a kind Sloppy Horror Podcast rating, where the very scary movie himself, Christian Ramey.
You just called me a scary movie.
I know, Christian Ramey.
You said the very scary movie.
Christian Ramey himself rates this movie on a horror movie scale, not a movie in general, which is developed by his own 10% of his working brain. So here we go. How are you going to do this? He's developed this in a way. We're going to do this in a series of 4 categories. 3 categories worth 3 points. Last category's worth 1 point for a total of
10 points altogether.
And that's never going to change. So let's get into the first category here in the Sloppy Horror Podcast rating, and that is casting.
This is a strong one. I feel like this is a 3. These are actors. This isn't bullshit. This is or maybe a 2.5, right? Like, because nobody is like selling a crazy performance because it's all a tongue-in-cheek movie. But these are real actors, so I feel 2.5 is appropriate for Krampus.
Okay, 2.5 for Krampus it is. So that's 2.5 so far here on the Sloppy Horror Podcast rating. Let's get into the second category here in the Sloppy Horror Podcast rating, and that is kills.
For it being a PG-13 movie, I thought the kills were done nice. I did like them. They weren't super brutal, but they were super suspenseful. But it's more than a half point for me, but I'm thinking it's only a 1. Don't you think? Like,
it's a 1.
It's a, like, I mean, it could be a half point, but I do like that there was some, like, just brute force of throwing kids in the hole. Like, you do get people dying. And he is a figure of, but since it's PG-13, it's kind of some implied, or it's kind of really animated, if you will.
It's nothing really too graphic or anything like that.
Yeah.
TV deaths for sure. But there's a lot of them. Mm-hmm. There's plenty of them. So we got that going away. So that's good. So that's 3.5 so far here on the Sloppy Horror Podcast ratings. Get to the final 3-point category here on a Sloppy Horror Podcast rating, and that is fear.
Man, I don't think this is scary. I don't know if a kid would be freaked out by this. I'm trying to factor in the German and Austrian kids because this could be terrifying to them. You know, this could be like a real thing for them. So, I don't know. Let's just go half a point on this because it's so funny.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny and,
it's just all over ridiculous. But a young child, a young boy, a young girl might be scared of this thing.
Yeah, like a 5-year-old might like really soak this in and be freaked out by it.
Yes, they might think Krampus is real.
Yeah, like,
Krampus.
But genuinely, like,
look, all right, let's just put it like this: if you're an individual who thinks Santa is real, still, you're gonna believe Krampus is real. Yeah, that's how it is. So that's the people that are gonna be scared of it.
That's a good way to look at it.
Which is probably 0.5% of the population, which gives it a 0.5 here on the Sloppy Horror Podcast rating, right?
Yep.
Right.
It's science.
Oh, yeah. Scientifically determined, we did our due diligence. So let's get into the last category here in the Sloppy Horror Podcast rating, and that is rewatchability for half a point each.
Gonna have to go, yeah. I think I'm gonna start watching this more like every Christmas now.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun around Christmas time, especially. This is definitely a holiday classic to me. I'll put it in my holiday classics. It's a lot of fun. I haven't seen the other ones, but this is a lot of fun.
And it's not long. It's a quick watch.
Yeah, it's an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's not one of those movies where you just feel like it's dragging or you got to come back and finish it. You're like, it's a very quick watch.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. So that is a total of 5. 5 out of 10 for Krampus here on the Sloppy Horror Podcast, right back up in your ass. There you go.
It's a good score, folks. It's a good score.
Great score. Perfect score for the movie.
I'm very thrilled about this. I am very thrilled because people have asked for us to do this one for a long time. We can finally check the box on this one. We can put it aside, and we can look forward. We can look forward to good things. I don't want to say better things because Krampus is pretty good, but we can look forward. And, I mean, obviously we've kind of teased the movie that we're doing next week, but little Stephen King, little Tom Hanks, that's all I'm giving you. If you know, you know. And, dude, this happens to be, like, one of those, because I've read some of them, like, per example, I've seen Pet Sematary, all of them, and I've read the book, and we've done an episode on it. I read this next book, like, at just an age, like, at, like, my son's age, like, and it was just a book that I was obsessed with because the movie had just come out, and it was just, this is a book that I am very educated on, and a movie I'm very educated on. Very excited to talk about it, and there's a lot of branching off points. Now, some movies are great, and they are fun to talk about, but they only give you a select few, like, lanes of conversation. This next week's movie, man, like, I could do a fucking 5-hour episode.
We're going to be all over the map.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, there's just so many characters. There's a lot of story. It's funny. It's happy. It's sad.
It's sad as shit.
Yeah, dude. It ends sad.
It's sad as shit. That'll make a grown man cry.
Turn it off.
Turn it off. Yeah.
I'm done.
You think women cry on fucking This Is Us? This is how you get a man to cry.
It is, dude.
Good God.
So if you know the movie we're talking about, obviously, we're excited for you. I'm so excited. And it does feel like even though the movie takes place in the summer, it just feels like
it's a rehab season movie.
Yeah, it's a rehab season movie, and then also kind of a holiday time movie for me in the sense that you don't really think about watching 2-3 hour movies in the summer or other times when you're busy or working. But you get this weird little time with the holidays where you might get a couple days off work, or like there's that weird little stutter step in work where you don't know what day it is, and you just like, oh, I can watch Lord of the Rings today, or I could watch a couple episodes and be a lazy piece of shit today. And this movie falls in perfect where you're like, yep, today's a good day for this. I ain't got shit to do, man. I'm gonna eat a little soup, maybe some ice cream, wear sweatpants.
Soup and ice cream?
And mix them together.
Oh, no.
Minestrone and vanilla.
Ew. Stop. That's disgusting.
It just all melts immediately. Curds. It's like an Irish car bomb, dude. Just like.
Ew. God. It's so nasty to think about.
Yeah, it is.
That's just two things that should not be good. You know, there's weird things that people do, like odd combinations. That's a horrible combination. Oh, my God. Well, another year down, ladies and gentlemen, with us and you. Christian Ramey, do you have any big plans for New Year's since it's coming up?
Honestly, I saw a funny TikTok where it had the comparisons of the extrovert versus the introvert on New Year's Eve. And don't get me wrong, when I'm with my friends and buddies, I mean, I'm not quiet. I mean, anybody could tell you that if you're my friend, but I got a small circle, dude, like a very small circle. So I don't like going out, not a big drinker. So it was a very funny TikTok because the one dude's like, he's like reading a book and he's like, cool, I'll put this on. Like the countdown's happening. He's like doing push-ups, just like chilling. And the other guy just shows him at a party, like, bah, 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 and then he's like crying at the end of the night. And you're like, I'm so happy that I just don't go out and do much. I like to enjoy it, enjoy the off time, watch some movies. One thing that I do watch is a New Year's Eve movie for me is Young Guns. New Year's Eve takes place in that movie, and I love the movie Young Guns.
It's a good one.
What about you? What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm not big on going out either. in general, just because, especially on New Year's is a problem. Not because I cause problems or anybody I'm with cause problems, but it's the problem that you go to, whether you go to a house party with a bunch of people you don't know or you go to a bar. What happens is, every single fucking time, if you're not with people that you're comfortable with, and if you're not with your circle of people and everything's cool, there's always somebody different or somebody else that's not in that circle that's there. And then when alcohol takes over, because a lot of people drink on New Year's, people can't control their fucking emotions, and they're drunk.
Yeah.
So then problems over the stupidest fucking shit, and it ruins it. It seems every time I've gone out on New Year's, it's not been good. Yep. Sometimes there's a New Year's Eve party, and some people inviting friends of people of friends, and those friends get to your friends, and then you start talking, and then somebody says something, and they take it the wrong way, and they're drunk, and they don't know how to fucking handle it or brush it off, and then the problems start, and I hate that. And especially with random people, you go out with random people, they get drunk, and then all their fucking problems start coming out, and it becomes your problem. It's just a pain in the fucking ass. Sometimes, and that's kind of a pain in the ass. And it's not always that. That doesn't always happen, but I'm telling you, majority of the time it does.
You could just get stoned and watch Forrest Gump?
I could. Well, I saw a thing on the internet that if you start Forrest Gump at a certain amount of time, compared to that, you can bring in the new year with Lieutenant Dan.
Now, that sounds fun.
That would be fun.
I would laugh so hard when that happened.
You could time it up perfectly to where Forrest says, "Happy New Year, Lieutenant Dan," and he's just sitting there on the bar pissed.
Yeah, dude. Everybody's felt like that before.
So that's something that you can do. All right.
Just everybody's felt like that before. You're so mad the confetti's falling in your hair.
Also, and another thing, I'm single, so I don't have to worry about somebody else having a good time on New Year's and being there with the person that you love and getting your New Year's kiss and all that crap.
I don't think I don't think I've ever done that with my wife once. Like, it's midnight, let's kiss.
Yeah.
I think that's just corny.
It's so stupid.
It's like...
It's dumb.
If we have to kiss at midnight to confirm we're going to be together throughout this year, I don't know if it's going to work out in the first place.
Do you even hang out with her on New Year's, or does she go somewhere?
Occasionally she'll go somewhere, but I don't want people out and about. I don't like honestly, what we do is we sit there and we sit next to each other watching whatever shitty fucking New Year's Eve TV program's on, eating shitty food. Like, you know what I mean? Just eating, like, whatever we want and just chilling. Like, we do hang out together, but it's like the fact that we're just sitting next to each other all night watching TV, as soon as the ball drops, it's not like, get over here.
No, I'll probably be pretty drunk already because, I mean, Bengals play the Queefs Sunday, so that's going to be a big game.
I've got a different responsibility, like, cause now, like, my kid who's pretty much 18, she's like wants to go to her, her boyfriends or whatever, which is fine on some nights. I don't care. And she's like, it's New Year's Eve, and there's going to be like 6 or 7 of her little friends there. I'm just like, what am I going to do? Yeah, go
whatever.
have fun.
No, stay there.
Yeah, that's exactly what the plan is. And then she said, well, Dad, if we can't go there, can we do it here? And I said, that's fine, but wherever anybody's going, that's where they're staying.
Yeah.
I said, now, if you hang out with somebody and they leave before like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and nobody's drinking, that's fine. But if you guys are hanging out and somebody's there past 9, they're there.
Yep.
For it.
Yep. So you better get those toilets. Make sure your toilets aren't clogged, because all your little kids are going to be teenagers. They're going to be puking on White Claws.
Dude, my kid, like, so, I guess I'm fortunate, because I'm sure there are kids that are bad, but these kids are soft, dude. Every time that I've let this happen, like, I haven't seen one of them drink more than like 5 or 6 drinks. Like, they just aren't like we used to be, man. We used to just like push the limits. It'd be competitive. Like, come on, pussy, drink that beer that has cat and dog hair in it, because we're playing Pong.
Oh God, dude, that was the
right.
I hate it, especially like playing Pong in somebody's garage or basement, and they don't clean shit up, and there's beer in there. It's like everybody's like, oh, it's good. No, it's fucking disgusting. Like, it's gross. I'm sorry.
Especially with alcohol, because like if somebody was like, here, do this like hard drug, you can pretty much draw a line in the sand and be like, no, I'm not doing that if you don't want to do that. But if it's like a shoddy egg, and it's like, dude, your 3 brothers are here about to do the shoddy egg, you're not going to do it, you fucking what?
How many times have all of us been coaxed into something like, all right, give it to me?
Peer pressure is a son of a bitch.
Especially with drinks because it's legal and it's something that it's like, I mean, if you don't have a problem, whatever. None of our friends have a problem, fortunately, or like our main little group. But like if you looked at me and I wasn't in the mood for drinking and like you hit me with that like, you know what I mean? I just got a promotion at work today and you're not going to take this shot with me? Wow, God damn it. All right, pour it up, dude. All right. You know, and I'm not a big drinker. I don't like to, but it's like it's just one of those things. But if somebody said anything different, it's like, nah, it's easier to say no. But damn it is hard to say hard to a really good friend that doesn't peer pressure you often, but they do hit you with that like, come on, dog.
Right.
How many times have I made you do something? Oh, man, I'm going to be sick tonight, aren't I? Oh, man. Yeah, we're going to do it together. All right. All right. But, yeah, these kids are a little different than we used to be, or at least mine are. I don't know, so we'll see. I'm not saying I would be happy, but if I saw, like, one of them go outside and smoke a cigarette, I'd be like, there's hope. There's hope.
There's hope for these little bastards.
Yeah, none of them do.
None of them.
Even good kids smoke cigarettes at like when we were younger. You remember, like,
I know, for fuck's sake, come on. Like, well, cigarettes were a lot bigger. They grew up with like vapes and shit. So.
Yeah, and I don't want them to smoke. I'm just saying it's just such a stark difference from what we were. But...
And to the point where I don't trust them. They're up to some shit down there.
I know.
They're up to some shit because we were up to some shit. They're up to some shit. They're just. It's a front. Like any teenager, if you come into and say your teenager's a good kid, they're fucking lying. They're doing shit.
I think I mentioned this before too, but a big difference with our generation, if you threw a party at your house, let's just say, Mark, and we wrestled around and my head went through the drywall, we would do everything in our power to fix it and repair it so your parents wouldn't know, right? Like we would try, like if we had to tell them, we would if we couldn't do that, but... That's not the MO at first. It's like, let's fix this.
And if we can't fix it, we got to figure out a story of what happened besides this.
Right, but kids these days, like if my daughter did that, she would just call me immediately, like, Dad, we put a hole in the drywall. I don't know what to do. Like, you know, and I can't be mad because they're honest. Like,
stop being honest, you little. Stop it.
Yeah,
stop
like,
it. Stop being honest.
You guys need to panic for an hour. Calling hardware stores.
That's how you figure shit out later in life. That's how you figure shit out. They're not gonna know how to do anything because, God damn it.
And I'm like, are we worse for like lying and trying to like?
No, because that's how we figured out how to do shit. That's how you figured shit.
Dad, I broke this.
That's how you figure out how to fix shit. But anyways, all right. Happy New Year, boys and girls. If you're listening to this currently, we will be back next week with the Powerhouse of Movie, and it's going to be fun. So until then, don't do anything. Don't get anybody pregnant in the new year. It's not a good way to start it. Mm-hmm. So we'll see you later.
See ya.